So, a couple of weeks ago, I bought an amplifier. My very first dual rectifier. I got it for $1,300. The guy said it was in good condition. And come to find out, when I waited a month for it to arrive, the first thing I did, I cut open the box, I pulled it up, and 2 tubes went flying out of the back onto my table and shattered. I was very upset and very pissed. I waited a month to try my first dual rectifier, just to have that happen, so I was like getting anxiety because I wanted to play it so bad, and I wanted to know what the hype of Mesa amps like really is, because they either sound great or I heard you need to have a feeling for them because it doesn't feel like other amplifiers apparently. I can't personally say because I never tried one, but I was pissed also because this guy just took $1,300 for a broken amp. He put on his page on the Facebook Marketplace it was in good working condition, that it was sturdy and well put together. Bullshit. If you ever watch this, fuck you, fuck your wife, fuck your dog. Don't fuck your kids because that's too mean. But fuck you again, twice as hard, with a sandpaper dildo. That being said, I'm done talking to whoever sold me this shitty amp. So I brought it to my tech. A couple days later, he gives me a call. The circuit board on the inside was snapped. So this guy either sold me an amp he knew was broken, or he was playing a broken amp and didn't realize it. Because I feel like if it wasn't broken, he would have realized what it was. Because it's not a revision G. After examining the parts and talking with Mesa, they said it's a $4,000 and $5,000 amp. Wanna know why? Because I found myself a revision F. Like, that'll pair nicely with my Granifier. But I'm honestly, I can't describe how happy I am that it's a friggin' revision F. Only 200 were made for a very short period of time. They made a revision E, then the F, then G, and it's been G. Please focus. Thank you. And it's been G ever since like 1996 or something like that. Oh, wow. Focus. There we go. No. There we go. I guess I have to lean back. Nope. Alright. So, I'm just making this video to say, beware of scammers on Reverb, on the Facebook Marketplace. Like, I'm willing to admit I got completely scammed. But, had to move the camera. But, yeah, beware scammers online because they're getting pretty clever these days because that page looked completely authentic. So I'm starting to think the guy was selling me a broken amp and didn't realize what he had. Because I bought that Revision F for $1,300. And with the repairs, it's going to be about $1,000. So I got a Revision F for about $2,300. They normally go for $4,000 or $5,000. Like, I lucked out. I got a diamond in the rough. Pretty much, that means I got a piece of gear that needed a whole bunch of TLC, a little polishing, and it turns out to be a great piece of gear. I say that about my baritone jazz masters. I could go on forever about those, so I won't start. But at the same time, don't be discouraged to buy used. That's mostly what I do because I'd rather get a piece of gear that's been used slightly, like maybe an open box or a floor model. Maybe someone played a guitar and then returned it. Like some that's been lightly used. Like the more it's been used, the more caution I say. So if you want to try and get a good piece of used gear, go ahead, do your research, go online, go on YouTube, make sure you know how it's supposed to sound, how it's supposed to work, so that when you get one, you know what to do to make sure that you didn't get scammed. But that being said, I just found out that it was a revision F. My tech just called me. I am speechless. I am so happy right now that I can't even describe the happiness I'm feeling right now. It's just like, it seems unreal to me because, like, I've always wanted a revision F, but I always knew they were so expensive and they were so hard to find because either people were selling them for an arm and a leg or they weren't selling them at all. It's an amp that Riff Beers and Gear, Sir Fluff, that's his absolute favorite amp. Misha Mansour, he said he loved his Revision G and he wishes he never sold his. But I'm just saying, don't be discouraged when buying online from a used market or a mom and pop company. Like, a lot of the gear coming from there can be really, really good. But just do your best to check for the warning signs. Like, when I was looking for a GoPro camera for my friend, they had a lot of GoPros where they would show the picture of the GoPro, but wouldn't show a picture of the battery. Because they won't include the battery when they send it. They won't include an SD card when they send it. So, when I got a picture of GoPro and no battery, I immediately got a battery. Like, I went online and got a battery as well. Now, if he has two batteries, he has a battery in case one runs out now. That's my way of being safe because I don't want to send him a GoPro that has no way of powering on, no way of, like, doing its one job. So, I hope my experience was a bit eye-opening. I hope that you pay a little more attention when buying used gear. Make sure that you aren't getting your friggin' leg pulled. You're not getting screwed over at all. Like, they're getting pretty convincing. But I'm sure with, like, a little bit of practice, just go on, guitar pages, used pages, pedals, amps, just the used market, and just search what there is. Search what you're able to afford, or what you want to save up for, or something you want to do someday. Like, I have a whole list of amps, pedals, and guitars because of this YouTube channel that I want to potentially try, but I know I'm going to sell them right after. So, I hope this video was helpful to someone in some way, because you could get lucky when you get screwed over. It's very rare, but it's possible. And you can get gear just as good as a new piece of gear, if not better. Especially when it comes to guitar speakers. They definitely sound better when they're worn in. So finding those used, that's always a plus in my book. I think I explained my story enough. That's how I got screwed over and got an amazing amp at the same time. How he kind of screwed himself when he tried to screw me. Haha, joke's on you. And your, and I have your, like, month's paycheck, basically. If he was able to afford a dual rectifier, I'm sure he was able to have a decent paycheck. I can't say the same. My paycheck is quite sad, but the amplifiers make me happy, so money, make me sad as you want. I will play guitar until my sorrows drown away. Alright everybody, that's gonna wrap up this video. Hopefully this is eye-opening. I guess that's the only word for it. Hopefully you just pay more attention when you're shopping used gear and trying to find a piece of gear that's used for a decent price, because there is such thing as too cheap in my book. Like, if you find a 5150 for $400 again, there's definitely something wrong with that. They're probably sending you just the amp shell. Stay happy, stay healthy, and keep making marvelous metal, motherfuckers. I'll see you in the next video. And if you like my video, hit the thumbs up underneath. And if you like my content, hit the subscribe button. It would help me out a lot. And it would help others a lot, because I feel like my videos have information that at least someone can use. So, it just helps out. You don't have to. Just saying. Peace out.